Rachel Atherton was born on December 6, 1987, in Salisbury, England, into a family deeply immersed in cycling. Her father, Nick Atherton, was a former professional motorbike racer, and her brothers, Dan and G. Atherton, would also go on to become successful mountain bike racers. Growing up in a family with such strong cycling roots, it was no surprise that Rachel developed an interest in biking at a very young age. Her introduction to the world of mountain biking came early. Rachel and her brothers spent their childhood riding bikes in the woods around their home, where they developed their skills in off-road riding. The Atherton family's competitive spirit was evident, and Rachel soon found herself gravitating toward downhill mountain biking, a discipline that would eventually become her passion and career. As a teenager, Rachel began racing locally, learning from her brothers and gaining experience in regional events. Atherton's natural talent was evident from the outset. By the age of 15, Rachel began competing more seriously in national downhill events, and her progression was rapid. She was known for her aggressive riding style, exceptional technical skill, and a drive to compete at the highest level. Her early success on the British mountain biking circuit laid the foundation for a career that would eventually see her dominate the sport of downhill mountain biking. Career peak and breakthrough. Rachel Atherton's breakthrough into international mountain biking came when she competed in the UCI Mountain Bike World Cup. Her first major achievement came in 2008 when she won her first World Cup race in Fort William, Scotland. That victory marked a turning point in her career, and it helped to propel her into the international spotlight. Atherton's combination of technical prowess, fearlessness on the track, and fierce determination made her a serious contender on the world stage. Her 2008 victory in Fort William was just the beginning of what would become a dominant period in her career. The following year, 2009, saw Rachel taking her first UCI Downhill World Championship title in Mont Saint-Anne, Canada, which solidified her status as one of the top downhill riders in the world. This victory marked her as an athlete capable of competing with and beating the best in the world, and she quickly became one of the most recognizable names in the sport. From 2010 onwards, Rachel began to dominate the UCI World Cup Series, with a series of podium finishes, including multiple wins in Fort William, Leogang, and Morzine. Atherton was the dominant force in women's downhill racing. Her remarkable consistency on the World Cup circuit made her one of the most feared competitors in the sport. Between 2010 and 2015, Rachel's performances were nearly unbeatable, and she claimed the UCI Mountain Bike World Cup overall title multiple times, proving herself as the premier rider in the women's downhill category. Atherton's riding style was a key factor in her success. She was known for her ability to push the limits of what was possible on a downhill bike. Her technical expertise allowed her to navigate some of the most challenging courses with precision and speed, whether it was carving through rough terrain, handling technical sections, or maintaining her composure under pressure. Rachel's skills were unparalleled. Her fearlessness and ability to stay calm in high-stress situations set her apart from her competitors. Main achievements and milestones. Rachel Atherton's career has been defined by a string of major victories and historic achievements that have made her one of the greatest female downhill riders of all time. Here are some of her most notable accomplishments. UCI Downhill World Championship titles. Rachel has won 3 World Championship titles in her career, 2008, 2011, and 2015. These victories not only cemented her status as one of the best riders of her era, but also showcased her ability to rise to the occasion on the biggest stage in downhill mountain biking. UCI World Cup overall titles. Rachel Atherton's dominance in the UCI Mountain Bike World Cup was unrivaled. She won the World Cup overall title 5 times in 2008, 2010, 2011, 2013, and 2015, a testament to her incredible consistency across multiple seasons. Her success in the World Cup Series was a major driving force in her ascent to the top of the sport. World Cup victories. Atherton's career was highlighted by numerous World Cup victories, particularly on the challenging courses in Fort William, Scotland, and Leogang, Austria. Her success on these tracks was a key part of her reputation, as she demonstrated superior skill in some of the most demanding courses on the circuit. British national champion, Rachel also proved her dominance on the national stage, winning the British National Downhill Championship several times, further cementing her position as one of the best in the world. Her victories at the national level helped maintain her focus and motivation as she prepared for her international campaigns. Breakthrough after injury. Despite suffering from injuries over the years, including a serious knee injury in 2016, Rachel continued to make comebacks and claim podium finishes. Her resilience and determination to return to competition after such setbacks earned her widespread admiration in the mountain biking community. Consistent World Cup podiums. Rachel's ability to consistently finish on the podium throughout her career is a testament to her professionalism and skill. Her long run of podium finishes in the UCI World Cup cemented her status as one of the most consistent and talented athletes in the sport's history. Reputation for fearless riding. One of the defining aspects of Rachel Atherton's career was her fearless riding. Whether negotiating hair-raising drops, tight turns, or rough terrain, she was known for pushing the limits and inspiring others to do the same. Her aggressive yet calculated approach to racing made her one of the most exciting athletes to watch. Challenges and rivalries. Like any elite athlete, Rachel faced numerous challenges throughout her career. Injuries were a constant hurdle. In 2016, she suffered a knee injury that required surgery and forced her to miss part of the season. This setback tested her resilience, but Rachel came back stronger, showing that she could bounce back from adversity and continue to perform at the highest level. Atherton also had fierce competition from other top riders, including Miriam Nicole, Manon Carpenter, and Tawny Seagrave. These rivalries pushed Rachel to raise her game and helped elevate the standard of downhill racing overall. Atherton and Nicole, in particular, had a memorable rivalry, with the two riders often battling for the top spots in World Cup events and World Championships. Despite these challenges, Rachel's ability to stay ahead of her competition and consistently finish at the top of the rankings made her one of the most respected athletes in the sport. Final years and legacy. As of the late 2010s and early 2020s, Rachel Atherton had solidified her place as one of the all-time greats in downhill mountain biking. Her career, spanning more than a decade, had already achieved legendary status, with multiple World Championships and World Cup titles to her name. However, her career took a new turn in 2020 when she announced a break from full-time racing to focus on other ventures, including the creation of her own bike brand and continuing to promote the sport through various media platforms. In addition to her racing achievements, Rachel Atherton became a leading advocate for women's involvement in downhill mountain biking, working to create more opportunities and visibility for female riders. Her influence extended beyond her on-the-track success, and she continued to mentor and support the next generation of cyclists. Rachel's legacy in the world of mountain biking is profound. As a trailblazer for women's downhill racing, she helped elevate the sport to new heights. Her technical expertise, competitive spirit, and fearless riding style have made her one of the most influential riders in the history of mountain biking. Conclusion. Rachel Atherton's career is defined by a string of extraordinary accomplishments, from 3 World Championship titles to 5 World Cup overall victories. Her skill, determination, and ability to overcome adversity have made her an icon in the world of downhill mountain biking. As she transitions into the next phase of her career, her impact on the sport continues to resonate, inspiring a new generation of athletes to follow in her tracks. With her legacy firmly established, Rachel's influence on the sport will undoubtedly endure for many years to come. She remains a symbol of excellence, a trailblazer for women in action sports, and a role model for mountain bikers around the world.